Okay, so I'm soloing here at the moment. Just thought I'd get this up and running. I was just thinking that we might want to have a little look. That page should be updated now. Yeah, that goes to that page. Yes. Membership, we can link that to the premium page. Which is here. Should we put this in here and put that in a list format there? So I guess we're also, because if we go to this pricing thing, what we're talking about, the benefits there, it includes, I'll go to Thomas, and what's the CA discount? You mentioned 40% on the online. Okay. We've got I mean that's a separate thing, shouldn't it? Let me go. Pricing, voting rights in every general meetings. So I think we should put this in like this. So this should be then PairProgramming with an AV mentor. Agile Ventures mentors are experienced pair programmers who will work with you, who will pair program with you over the course of a 2-hour session to help you improve your pairing style, your coding skills, and your agile development technique. Additional pairing hours can also be purchased. Coding will be on an Agile Ventures project. We've got the premium one. Further details. Let's go ahead. Premium Plus. No, that was not what I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at premium, didn't I? Okay. So this is so there's product. Let's put this at the bottom. Premium. Please email info@agileVentures.org to go. If you need to adjust or cancel your subscription. There needs to be a link. Mail to link. Okay. I'll put the Croft Academy link in there. Putting words in AV meetings. Craft Academy discount. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I guess we kind of need like terms and conditions from. Let me just do a search for the word. Thomas and I talked about discounting, not in there. Talked about it here. Is it already? Oh no, was it here? Boom. Okay, I found the thing from Thomas. Yeah, he's got 40%. We just need to add, yeah. Let's save that. Let's edit that. We probably need to add frequently asked questions. Let's see what questions. So, oh hey.
Hello.
Hey, I was just thinking, when we're, if Agile Ventures is wonderfully successful, you and or Marion could maybe have Trump as your personal manservant.
Really?
Well, I mean, that if we extrapolate, in a ridiculous fashion.
Well, by then Trump will be president, right?
Yeah, but that would be, that would just be a reflection of how powerful Agile Ventures will become. That the American president could be the manservant of our core members.
Right.
How are you feeling anyway?
All right. I'm back in bed, but I feel better, a little better.
Oh, good. I'm pleased to hear that. I've just been updating the Premium Plus membership page, putting some more things into it. Looking back in my notes, Thomas did say a 40% discount on the Craft Academy Bootcamp.
Really?
He did, yeah. Now, I mean, he may see this in print again and then say like, no. Who knows? Here, I have fleshed out the Premium Plus description. It is here. We have also taken Premium Plus charges. We have taken Premium Plus live. What's it like? Off live, in that you can now pay for Premium Plus through the site. Since one person was interested in signing up, we'll start to look to link all these into the site navigation as we continue to polish the description. PNC. I was going to find the Thomas and say, I forgot. Thomas. Yeah. Looking at my notes, it was have put up here. Perhaps edit with anything you think needs to be added in terms of PNC. Okay. Yeah. So, got the pricing page, links through to the two different things. So, yeah, as I say, I guess even if we don't take it live very soon, I'd be nice to have. Do we have in the issues? I mentioned articles. I would like to have. Not have an issue. No, we don't have an issue for link Premium and Premium Plus into site navigation. Thinking we might replace articles link in the nav bar. Boom. Boom. That's 1114. So git checkout develop, git pull origin develop. Oops.
So from your outside perspective,
do
you think that Trump is likely to win?
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger became president of the whatever it is. Was it president of California? So governor, right? I mean, that on that experience, I'd say anything is possible. I have no idea about relative levels of. I mean, the only thing that I know about the entire current White House thing is that Trump is running. I think Hillary Clinton is running, and the fact that you just told me that that Trump has the governor of New Jersey as his manservant. That those are That's pretty much everything I know. Apart from I know that some people feel strongly in both directions about Trump. Some people are very pro him, and some people are very for him. I also know some minor things like like that he said that they shouldn't let Muslims into the United States, but that's pretty much that's about as much as I know at this stage, and most of the information's come from you.
So on that basis, you don't know.
I mean, like I know Trump from The Apprentice and so on, and I mean, in the U.S., George Bush was elected, so I would say it's entirely possible that Trump gets elected. I mean, I haven't seen any. Are people in the U.S. expecting him to get elected?
Uh,
But when is the election? Is it like November or something? November, yeah. Is he now the Republican candidate?
Yes.
Oh, he is. Oh, okay. So they've done the primaries.
Yeah, but the convention hasn't occurred yet.
Oh, okay. So he's like, and who's the Democratic?
He's the presumptive nominee. He hasn't.
Oh, okay.
They haven't officially cast the ballots, but I think they're actually obligated.
Okay.
To vote for him.
And is there a presumptive?
Yes, Clinton is the presumptive.
Oh, okay. So it's Clinton versus Trump. I mean, that sounds, like a movie, really.
Really?
Well, yeah. It's like the first potential woman prime minister, president, versus an absolute firebrand from. I mean, could there be any more controversial figure than Trump as U.S. president?
I guess.
Who would be more controversial than Trump?
David Duke.
Is he like another? But he's like a politician, right?
No.
No, who's David Duke?
He's not a politician. He's
not from. He's one of the Dukes of Hazzard.
No,
I've never heard of David Duke. Who is he?
No, he was a Ku Klux Klan guy.
Hmm. Right, but is he alive now?
I think he is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, I guess. But even then, like, did he have his own?
He was like the president of the Ku Klux Klan.
Right, but did he have his own TV show?
No.
No. See, I think that's I mean, it would be one thing if it was Schwarzenegger running as for president, right? Because he did lots of movies. But I think someone who's had his own TV show and it's like Schwarzenegger's movies didn't really articulate a sort of any kind of standpoint as it comes to the economy or business, right?
Right.
Whereas Trump is I mean, our equivalent over here is Alan Sugar, who run the UK Apprentice. I mean, and I think the Apprentice, of the reality shows, like, I mean, I don't know the names of other, like, there's like the person who was, if there was a presenter of Survivor or any of the other reality shows, they're kind of just like another random celebrity, right? They're not a person who you would expect to have strong opinions on the economy or the way to run a business, right? And so, of the different kind of like, people, like, I mean, for example, and you could take Oprah, right? She would be kind of an equivalent sort of television entity.
Yeah.
But even then, her show's kind of about all sorts of. I mean, she'd be a great person to run for president, I think. But Trump, who this whole thing of like you're fired and the whole song and dance. I mean, it just seems like a person that a movie producer would pick to be like kind of it's like having Captain America run for president. You know what I mean?
Well, Clinton is leading. The media is running these polls saying that.
Oh yeah,
leading by significant margins, like
12
points, 7 points, 8 points.
Oh, okay.
Depending on the polls. Although supposedly Trump has gained a little bit after the Florida attack.
Well, and it's a long way to November.
Right, but
I mean, I think like you got the convention, and then all sorts of things could happen between now and November. It would seem to me entirely possible that I mean, and presumably they'll have like a television debate, right?
Yeah.
Clinton and Trump, and like he might just say to her, "You're fired," and then it'll be all over, won't it?
I mean, and then Clinton is a horrible campaigner too.
In what sense?
I don't know. She doesn't appear to be a human being.
Right. She doesn't come up well, and then that was George Bush's big kind of thing, that he was like a guy that you would imagine having a beer with and having a chat with, and would seem like a nice guy, kind of to hang out with, right?
Right.
Whereas who was he? It was Gore he was up against the first time around, wasn't it? And then
Who wasn't a human being.
No, and who was the person? The guy? I can't remember the flip. It's not Kitten. What was the guy the second time around? The one who was he was like a swift boat veteran.
Oh, John Kerry.
Kerry, that was it. Yeah.
Who was kind of not a human being.
Well, of course, all of these, the Democrats we've referred to are, one assumes, human beings, but they maybe don't come across as human beings, or as approachable as kind of like as
no, I mean
normal.
the only one. It's kind of weird. They've run a series of, except Obama is more like a human being.
Mm-hmm.
But like the other people that they ran,
mm-hmm.
that they're running, like Clinton is not a human being.
Mm.
Kerry is not a human being.
Mm.
And like you were saying, Gore is not a human being.
Well, or comes across badly in some media. So I'm just looking at this. I was just looking at layout, and it's just disappeared. There's no navbar. Was I looking at navbar? Yeah. And so we've got kind of, I guess the change that one in principle would make would be.
I mean, I think.
Go on.
I think people will. I think if Clinton wins, it'll be because people rejected Trump.
Right.
And not that they embraced Clinton. More like.
I mean.
That they were too scared of Trump.
Right.
So they voted for Clinton as
a way to avoid Trump getting in. Yes.
Yeah, like I think it's all about a referendum on Trump, and Clinton is kind of like.
She may benefit from that. Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I think the U.S. Not unlike
anyway. So what are you working on? iframe source.
No, well, I was just running the I was just running the, what's it called? I was running the full set of cucumber tests for the develop branch, and I'm getting, that was that one, stupid failure that we kind of get. So what I just went ahead and did was I was just I went ahead and to this, like, well, let's make this link to premium and do class active if controller is charges, and then see if anything fails, see if any.
I actually
go on.
Just on this point that Hillary Clinton is not a human being.
Yes.
I watched a while ago a documentary about President Clinton, like Bill Clinton, and when he was running for office, like in Arkansas for Congress or something. It's standard to have the wife on the campaign trail.
Right.
But she was apparently so off-putting to people,
right,
that she was so awkward in the way, I guess, that I don't even know if she talked, just the way that she looked, that they actually decided to not have her like stand next to her husband.
Oh, really? Oh.
Now, given that was like 40 years ago, so she might have changed a bit. You know,
Yes.
I think she's become a little better than that, but not
Yeah.
much.
But maybe that's the Democrat strategy. They're like, they're putting her up because Trump gives her a possible in.
No, I mean, I don't know. People say that Hillary Clinton is like a Machiavellian type person, that
Right.
that actually she like schemes things behind closed doors.
Isn't that a definition of what politicians do?
No, but particularly.
Okay. She's like a really politician-y politician then.
But that she doesn't have the other politician trait of like actually
appearing to not be like that.
Right.
Okay. So she, right. Well, visually that makes it sound like I may be more likely to trust her because she doesn't come across as, anyway.
But basically, people claim, oh, she basically rigged the entire process to her favor.
Okay. Right. Well, isn't that an ability that you want in the leader of your country, that when she's negotiating with other countries about stuff and things, that she'll be able to rig the process so America gets the best stuff?
But democracy.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is that she like there are these things in the Democratic nomination called super delegates, which were basically like party elite controlled votes at the convention. Like there was a large number of these that didn't actually depend on the voters, and like they were of course all for Clinton.
Okay. So
that like worked against Bernie Sanders.
So she somehow cheated by going and getting lots of people to vote for her, or getting particularly specially important people to vote for her.
No, to get like these like the way that the convention works is only certain people are allowed in the convention to vote.
Sure. Right.
They're called delegates. But the Democrats have this thing called super delegates this year.
Okay.
Which basically are these elite party-controlled delegates.
And
they were all like basically they were all like going to vote for Clinton.
Right. And so there's a suggestion that
like just from the beginning, basically it was already like rigged in her favor. Like literally, like she already had like so many hundreds of delegates votes.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Before the first vote was cast.
Right.
And Bernie Sanders was upset about that.
Okay.
But people were saying that Bernie Sanders was actually more of a human being than Hillary. That he seemed like more of a human being. There should be a link to the articles page on the nav bar.
Which
There
page?
should be a link to the premium page on the nav. When I click premium within the navigation bar, then I should be on the premium page.
And I think the thing is, we don't necessarily want to land on the charges page. Can I say I should be on? Can I just like be on and say here, like, I mean, it's interesting thing about what we're like, do we have the getting started? I mean,
it's just kind of funny that we may end up with a president that nobody particularly likes.
Ah, we've got a thing here that should be on the okay. So I've got.
No, if Hillary. But that, of course, is the risk for the Democrats, is that they're running a person that their own party, like their own hardcore Democrats, aren't even actually enthusiastic about.
Right. Yes, that's odd. We've got an interesting.
So when election day comes, maybe they'll just stay home in their PJs.
Maybe, and maybe Trump will get in. We've got an interesting conversation going on in the MOOC channel on Slack with one person saying he's a senior app developer at work and has experience in pair programming at work, and thinks that maybe he should be allowed to skip the pair programming. I guess I will just say to him.
Well, couldn't you tell him that he'll learn something just by articulating?
Yeah.
By helping someone else learn?
Indeed, that's what people are saying. I mean, I think that he seemed to be worried that he's somehow getting penalized because his pair partner was less experienced than him. Because he did most of it right. But part of the skill of pairing is being able to help a less able partner. So, on the premium page. Now, I guess actually what I want it to be is on the pricing page. But so now, okay. So it's 16, and then basic layout 19. Basic layout feature 19. And I should see link to premium. Okay. So I'm gonna run that one.
So I guess one of these days you could run your video game event.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think if I can get, a few people signed up, like for the premium or premium plus. I will feel sufficiently relaxed that I can do that as a sort of a celebration. What am I charge activity BC? I think I definitely noticed myself sort of feeling. I mean, it's I've got a big chunk of time still to try and make this all sustainable, but I'm very aware that time can easily be frittered away on different things. So, but yeah, we'll see. It was very pleasing to have Nitish sign up for premium, and we'll see if this guy Federico signs up for premium plus. Now,
are you concerned about becoming an evil capitalist?
Well, not so much, because we won't have any shareholders, and it's the capitalist model assumes that you're trying to make a profit, I think.
Right, but
I mean, the capitalist model is all about taking capital and investing it in, like, capitalism. I guess particularly in contrast to communism, capitalism suggests that capital is you allow kind of private ownership of things, such as companies and so on, and that kind of supports that a process whereby you can say, right, I'm going to invest a certain amount of capital in this activity or whatever you, and get a certain amount of return. And I think I'm having to sidestep that by being a charity, but we'll see. But so expected to find text premium in premium. Have I just spelt it wrong? This is expected to find text premium. Premium. That seems bizarre.
It's spelled uppercase versus lowercase, maybe.
That's the only thing I can immediately charge activity feature.
I mean, it's not that you necessarily subscribe to communism.
No. I mean, I think there's a big danger in kind of just public ownership of everything. Although, I think that the concept. I mean, I read books on communism and capitalism recently. I mean, there's a lot of, I think, things in them that there were concepts that were forged 100 years ago and don't necessarily make so much sense. Well, I mean, not that I'm necessarily in a position to go to it now, but particularly in terms of communism, the idea of, like, a lot of Marx's ideas don't actually bear up under a more sophisticated understanding of economics, and I think some of the original ideas of capitalism don't do so well either.
Now, in the United States, socialism is evil too.
Indeed, I mean, having lived in the United States, I've definitely got that. Now that's interesting. When I click, why have I got that twice?
But I guess in the 80s and in the UK, it was evil too.
I think, as in many countries, there are a variety of opinions about the relative moral statuses of certain activities. So that one there.
Well, wasn't Thatcher?
Oh, she was very anti-socialist, definitely. And her, what's the word? Her offspring are similarly anti-socialist. But I think socialism.
I mean, Reagan
Yeah.
There was Reagan during that period, but I think didn't like kind of like Thatcher's like long-term influences that the government doesn't try to own everything in England.
To a degree, but it's still not as intense as the US. I think I'm going to need to focus on this.
Okay.
Interesting the discussion is. And what I might do is just stop this hangout and get ready for the stand-up hangout. So maybe see you there.
All right.
Cheers.